The green bicycle case begins on a quiet country lane, under the soft light of an English summer evening. It's a classic mystery, a young woman, a chance meeting, a secret, and a death that still raises questions. The year was 1919. Britain was recovering from the Great War, but in Leicestershire something extraordinary happened. Annie Bella Wright, known as Bella, was a young factory worker with her whole life ahead of her. On July 5th, she set out on her bicycle to visit her uncle, a routine journey. But that evening, she was seen cycling with a mysterious man on a distinctive green bicycle. What happened between Bella and this stranger would become the heart of a mystery that has never been fully solved. The case would spark one of the most famous murder investigations in British history. The image of Bella and the man on the green bicycle continues to haunt us. A reminder that ordinary days can end in extraordinary tragedy. Our journey starts here on this dusty lane. We'll follow the investigation, meet the key figures, and explore the theories that have tried to explain what really happened. This is a story of a young life cut short and a mystery that endures. The green bicycle case remains as enigmatic as the bicycle at its center. To understand the mystery, we must first know Bella Wright. She was 21, living with her parents in Stoughton, Leicestershire, and worked at a local rubber factory. Bella was bright, cheerful, and independent. Her bicycle gave her a rare freedom for a woman of her time. On July 5th, 1919, she set off to visit her uncle in Galby, a trip she'd made many times. She was sensible, responsible, and close to her family, who expected her home before dark. When she didn't return, her family grew anxious. This was out of character. The hours passed and worry turned to dread. Witnesses later recalled seeing Bella cycling along the main road, seemingly happy. But somewhere along her route, she encountered another person. This chance meeting would set in motion a chain of events leading to her tragic death. Bella Wright, the factory girl from Stoughton, was about to become the central figure in a mystery that would baffle the nation. Her ordinary life was about to be overshadowed by an extraordinary crime. As Bella cycled towards Galby, she was not alone. Several witnesses saw her that evening, including her uncle, George Measures, who saw her with a man on a green bicycle. The man was of medium height, in his mid-30s, wearing a tweed jacket and cap, riding a distinctive emerald green bicycle. From a distance, the scene looked friendly. Bella smiled and waved. Her uncle assumed the man was just a fellow cyclist. Other witnesses also saw the pair, describing the man as well-dressed but disheveled, always with the green bicycle. The bicycle's unusual color made it memorable, a crucial clue. No one in the area recognized the man. He was a stranger. Who was he? Where did he come from? What were his intentions? The image of the man on the green bicycle, cycling beside Bella, became the defining image of the case. He was the last person known to have seen her alive. The green bicycle would become the single most important clue. The mystery of his identity would soon consume the investigation, and he held the key to what happened next. As night fell, Bella had still not returned home. Her family's worry turned to panic. That evening, around 9 o'clock, Farmer Joseph Cowell was walking along Gartree Road when he made a grim discovery. Lying in the grass was Bella Wright, her bicycle beside her. At first it looked like a tragic accident, perhaps a fall from her bike. The local constable, Alfred Hall, arrived and initially agreed, but a closer look revealed a small lead bullet near Bella's body and a tiny wound below her left eye. The local doctor thought it was an accident, but a post-mortem revealed the truth. Bella had been shot. The bullet had traveled into her brain, killing her instantly. The case was now a murder investigation. The quiet country lane had become the scene of a brutal crime. The man with the green bicycle was no longer just a fellow traveler. He was the prime suspect. The discovery shocked the community and set the police on a desperate search for answers. The evidence at the scene was puzzling, but the bullet changed everything. Bella's death was not an accident. It was murder. The hunt for her killer had begun, and the green bicycle was at the center of it all. With confirmation of murder, the police focused on the man with the green bicycle. Witness descriptions were circulated, and a search for the distinctive bicycle began. Months passed with no breakthrough, until February 1920, when a canal worker found a rusted bicycle frame in the River Soar. The frame's serial number matched a BSA model painted emerald green. This was the green bicycle. Soon after, police recovered a leather holster and a .455 caliber revolver from the same canal. Ballistics linked the bullet found near Bella's body to this type of revolver. The bicycle's serial number led police to the BSA factory, then to the shop where it was sold. Records showed it had been sold in 1917 to Ronald Light of Leicester. After months of searching, the police finally had a name. Ronald Light became the investigation's first and only suspect. The net was closing in. The discovery of the bicycle and revolver was a breakthrough. But the evidence, while compelling, still left questions. The police were determined to find the truth, and Ronald Light was now at the center of the storm. With a name attached to the green bicycle, police moved quickly to find Ronald Light. He was a 34-year-old former soldier and schoolteacher living with his mother in Leicester. On the surface, he seemed an unlikely murderer, respectable, middle class, but described as eccentric and a loner. When first questioned, Light denied everything: owning the bicycle, the revolver, or knowing Bella Wright. But under pressure, his story changed. He admitted the green bicycle was his, and that he'd been with Bella on the day she died. He claimed they met by chance, cycled together, then parted ways before her death. Light explained his earlier lies as panic, fearing wrongful implication. He confessed to throwing the bicycle and revolver into the canal, saying he wanted to avoid suspicion. The police found his explanations improbable. With his confession of being with Bella and disposing of key evidence, they arrested him. Ronald Light was charged with the murder of Bella Wright. The case against him was built on circumstantial evidence and his own shifting story. The stage was set for a sensational trial. The nation waited for answers. Ronald Light's trial began in June 1920 at Leicester Castle, capturing national attention. The prosecution argued Light met Bella, made advances, and shot her when rejected. They presented witnesses, the green bicycle, the revolver, and Light's contradictory statements. The case seemed strong. Light was with Bella, owned the bicycle, and disposed of evidence. But the defense, led by Sir Edward Marshall Hall, attacked the weaknesses. He argued there was no direct evidence linking Light's revolver to the fatal bullet. Ballistics was imprecise, and no one saw Light shoot Bella. Marshall Hall portrayed Light as a traumatized war veteran, not a killer. He suggested Bella's death could have been an accident or the work of someone else. The jury was left with reasonable doubt. After 3 days of argument and testimony, the jury retired to consider its verdict. The prosecution's case was compelling but circumstantial. Many expected a guilty verdict. Public opinion was against Light. But the defense had planted seeds of doubt, questioning every piece of evidence. There was no clear motive, and no one saw Light commit the crime. After just over 3 hours, the jury returned, not guilty. The courtroom erupted in shock and noise. Ronald Light was a free man, fainting in the dock at the news. The outcome stunned police and the public. Some saw it as justice, others as a miscarriage. The verdict remains one of the most debated in British legal history. Ronald Light disappeared into obscurity. The mystery of Bella Wright's death remained unsolved. The not guilty verdict did little to quell speculation about what really happened to Bella Wright. Some believe Ronald Light was guilty, his actions those of a desperate man covering his tracks. Others suggest a tragic accident, perhaps Light's revolver discharged by mistake, and panic led him to flee. Another theory posits a third person was involved, someone who killed Bella after Light left. There's even speculation about secrets in Bella's own life, or another suspect entirely. The lack of a definitive link between Light's gun and the fatal bullet keeps the case open. Theories abound, but evidence is scarce. The mystery endures, fueled by unanswered questions. Bella's story continues to fascinate amateur sleuths and historians alike. The green bicycle case remains unsolved, its secrets locked in the past. The green bicycle case is more than an unsolved murder. It's a cornerstone of British true crime. Its legacy lies in its compelling elements: the innocent victim, the enigmatic suspect, the brilliant lawyer, and the shocking verdict. The case became a benchmark in legal history, highlighting the importance of reasonable doubt. It's been retold in books, documentaries, and dramas, each offering new interpretations. The story reflects its era: social change, limited forensics, and the trauma of war. Ronald Light's character adds complexity, reminding us of hidden wounds. At its heart is the tragedy of Bella Wright, a young life cut short, her family left without answers. Bella's grave in Stoughton is a quiet reminder of the real person behind the case. The green bicycle case endures because it remains a perfect, unsolved puzzle. Did Light get away with murder? Was it an accident? Or is the real killer lost to history? The silence of the past holds its secrets tightly. And so the image of Bella and the man on the green bicycle continues to haunt our imagination, forever riding down that lonely lane. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more true crime stories. Goodbye for now.